Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my podcast, Banter with Brooke. I'm your host, Brooke Podcast, and this is the 11th episode. I hope you guys enjoyed my last episode with my sister. As you can see, my set is back the way it was. The Christmas decorations are no longer up. You can't really see this sign because it's really bright, unfortunately, but you can tell that it says on air. And my friend got it for me for Christmas, which it's so cool. I love it. Adds a little bit of pop to the set. I wish you could see it, but it says on air. And then I added this little guy, dabbing. I added this squishmallow. It's a grilled cheese. Got my flower vase back up, my original pictures back up. And so, yeah, my set, it's officially not holiday themed anymore. This week's episode is going to be, I just wanted to do a silly kind of dumb episode. It's what would I do if blank? And I wrote down a bunch. I don't even know how many. I wrote down a bunch of scenarios and things like what I would do if blank. So I just wanted to give you guys my opinions and tell you things that I would do in certain situations. So the first one I have is what would I do if I found a bag with a large amount of cash in it? I don't know what I would do. It depends where I found it. I feel like if I found it like outside of like a building or something, I might go in there and be like, is this yours? Like, is this somebody's? If it was somewhere like hidden, like in an alleyway or something, I would probably just take it. I mean, I would probably take it regardless, but I would feel bad. Like if someone else was like near it, or if it was near a building, I would be like, is this yours? It also depends. If it's like a garbage bag full of cash, I'm taking that. But if it's like a bag, like it looks like it's somebody's bag and there's a lot of money in it, I might be more hesitant to take it because I'm like, okay, well, what if this is somebody's and they just have it sitting here? But I mean, who wouldn't take a bag with a large amount of cash in it? And so that one kind of just depends what I would do. And a lot of these probably depend on what I would do in certain situations because it all depends on, there's a bunch of outliers and things you got to think about, but 80% chance I'm taking it, 20% chance I'm not taking it. Just all depends. The next one kind of goes along with that is what would I do if I won the lottery? Well, the lottery is way more money than just a bag of cash. So I always think about this and talk about this. Like, what would I do if I won the lottery? I would definitely first give some to my mom. I would give a lot to my mom. I'd pay off our house that we live in. I would also give some to my siblings. I also would probably buy a car, not like a fancy, like cool, nice car or anything. I really want a Jeep, which I guess those are kind of like pretty nice, but just the car I have now, the tires aren't that great. So I'd probably buy a car. I'd put a ton into savings. I would donate a lot of it. It depends too. Like if we're talking, I won like couple $100,000, then yeah, I'd probably just pay off the house, put some in savings. But if I won like one of the millions, like a couple $100 million, then yeah, I would pay off the house. I'd probably buy a boat. I would buy a house, but the only reason I wouldn't right away is because I don't know where I want to like live exactly, but I want like a forever home. Like I want to build like my dream home. I have like an idea of like what I want my house to look like and stuff, but I don't know where, like what state or anything I really want to live. So I'd probably wait to buy a house, but I would definitely pay off this house for my mom. I'd give her a bunch. I'd give my siblings a bunch. I would buy a car. I would donate a bunch to a bunch of different charities, like childhood cancer, all that stuff. Another thing I would do, like I said, I'd buy a boat. I would put a bunch into savings. I'd buy a car. And honestly, I would also donate some to like not conservative, like Republican conservative, like conservation groups, like things that want to like save animals and protect land, like I would donate to those. I'd also probably buy a lot of clothes. I want to like go to like the thrift store and stuff. I just recently this year I've been really trying to put more effort into my appearance, so I'd probably get some more cool clothes. And yeah, I mean, the world is your oyster when you win the lottery. Like if you have a bunch of money, you can do whatever you want. So that's what I would do. I'd probably travel somewhere too, just to go on a little vacation, because don't really have the funds for that right now. The next one is, what would I do if I was kidnapped? I don't know why I wrote this down, because again, this one like really depends. I feel like I say that I would like fight back and like try and get away, but I feel like that usually doesn't work well. So I feel like I'd try and be kind of like sneaky and like manipulative at first, and maybe like trick him, like if think I like him or something. Maybe, I don't know, that actually is bad. I probably shouldn't say that. I don't know what I would do, but maybe I'd just be like, ooh, and make him think I like him, and like build like a trust so he like thinks he can trust me. And then maybe, or I do the thing like where you see like the 911 calls and they're pretending to like order a pizza. Maybe I'd do that. Maybe I'd be like, can we order food? And maybe I'd do something like that if I was kidnapped. I don't really know. That's like one of my biggest fears, honestly. I feel like that's like everybody's biggest fear, like being kidnapped, some like all of that stuff, being tortured. Like that is so scary. So I don't know what I would do. I would ideally try and sneak away at some point, and if I couldn't, I would probably do the thing like pretending I'm ordering a pizza, or I would just sneak out one day while he was asleep or something, or hopefully he would build enough trust, or I could build enough trust that he would like leave the house to like go somewhere and be like, okay, you stay here, like I'll be back soon, and then when he's gone I could find a way to escape. I don't really know, but that's what I think I would do. Obviously, I mean, like, you don't know what you're going to do in a situation. Everyone says like, oh, I would do this, and then you actually get into the situation and you handle it completely differently. So who really knows? But that's probably what I would do. What would I do if money didn't matter? Kind of has to go also with winning the lottery, but not really, because winning the lottery is about having a bunch of money. If money didn't matter at all, I don't know if that means like everything is free, or just like you could do like, I'm going to take that as like, it doesn't matter how much money you have, you can still buy and afford whatever you want. If money didn't matter, I would first of all not work. I would immediately quit all my jobs, and I would just do everything I wanted to do every day. Like if I didn't have to have money to do everything, then I would literally just do whatever I wanted. I would travel wherever, I would spend my days however I want to. And yeah, I don't know why I wrote that one down. That one's kind of dumb. Like if money didn't matter, I just do what I want, because literally it's so dumb how everything revolves around money. Like I actually don't know why we made that the system, because it makes everybody miserable. Like literally, why do we have to work all day, 5 days a week for our whole lives until we're like 65, and then we retire, and then we have like 10 years to do stuff until we die. And those 10 years, we're already old. We're in our 60s and 70s. So we can't even do everything that we could have done when we were young. We spent all those years working. Like that actually is like my biggest nightmare. Like I hate that so much. So yeah, if money didn't matter, I would quit my job so I wouldn't have to spend my whole life working, and I would just do whatever I wanted to do. And that would change day to day, but that's what I would do if money didn't matter. Next one, what would I do if I was all of a sudden invisible? Oh my God, I'd pull so many pranks. I'd literally pull pranks on my family. I'd pull pranks on people in public, like random strangers. Like, I don't know, I feel like I would like tap people on the shoulder, or like push something over if it was like on a table or something. Oh, I would have so much fun with it. Like, imagine being invisible. Like, that would be so funny. I would hope it wouldn't be like permanent. I would hope I could like turn it on and off, or I could just be invisible for like a day or something. But my first thought was I would just pull a bunch of pranks on people. Or like imagine like driving, like imagine I'm driving and the car's moving and people just look over and just see like no one in the car. They'd be like, how the hell is this car driving? So yeah, I just pull a bunch of pranks. Maybe this sounds really bad and I wouldn't do this, okay? And no one else do this either. And don't, if you're, okay, I was going to say I would probably steal from some stores. Don't steal from small businesses or local shops. If you're gonna steal at all, steal from like Walmart or like chains that don't need your money, but still don't steal at all. But I would maybe steal some things if I was invisible, because you have me fucked up going to Aerie to pay $70 for sweatpants. Excuse me, I'm not paying $70 for a pair of pants. Like, you got to be messed up. So I'm not going to steal, and I do not steal. But if I was invisible, maybe I would. But don't. Next one. What would I do if I was home alone at night and I heard a person in my house? Oh, fuck no. This goes along with one of my biggest fears, like being kidnapped or being tortured. Someone breaking into my house. Are you kidding me? If I was home, oh God, no. If I was home alone and I heard someone, I would freak out. That is so terrifying. I don't even know. My first instinct, well, my house is 2 stories. Like, you walk in the main floor and then you go downstairs. So it's like, yeah, everything's on the main floor and then downstairs you have like a basement, but my room's downstairs. So if they came, there's no way to get in on the bottom floor. So I'm fucked basically because I'm downstairs. So maybe I would, well, okay. Some people, if he's trying to like rob me, then I'll just be like, I'll make lots of noise, because then they usually don't want to rob you if someone's home. So they would maybe run away. But if it was someone trying to like, or should I say unalive? If it was someone trying to unalive me, I don't think I can say the other word on YouTube, then I would probably just grab whatever I could. I mean, I have like scissors downstairs. I have a couple things I could use. And I would just try my best and fight and just scare them. I'm like fighting though. I mean, if they have like a pew pew, I don't know if I can say, actually, I think I can say gun. If they have a gun, I don't know what I would do. I know in the actual moment, I'm saying I would fight back, all this stuff. In the moment, I think I would probably just want to just hide and absolutely never, like, oh my God, that is so scary. Imagine you're just home alone at night. Oh, my house actually has alarms on the door, because when my grandma was still alive, she had Alzheimer's, and she would literally like think she had somewhere to go. So she would just walk out of the house. So yeah, my grandma would think that she had somewhere to go and she would just leave the house. And so we got alarms on our door that they're not necessarily alarms, but they go garage door, beep, beep, or front door, beep, beep, every time the door is open. So I would hopefully hear that and be like, who the hell is at my house? And then maybe that'd give me, I don't know, I would probably try and fight back or hide or both and scream and fight and just find whatever I can to attack the person, because oh my God, that's so scary. Next one, what would I do if I had 2 weeks free to do anything I wanted? I'm going on a vacation. If I had no work, no responsibility, I'm going on vacation to maybe a log cabin in like the East Coast or something. Oh, my dog. I'm going to cut this out. I say that in every video. You guys are just going to have to deal with my dog barking, because I don't know what the hell he's barking at, but he's barking for a while. So anyway, if I had 2 weeks free, yeah, I'd probably go to like a cabin in like the East Coast or something, maybe like Vermont or like something like that, or like Connecticut. There's like 2 options. I'd either do that, go to like a cabin for 2 weeks and just be like on a lake and just having fun like that and just having bonfires, being on a lake, being on a boat. Or I would go to like the Bahamas or something, and I would like be on the beach for 2 weeks and do all that type of stuff. I'm so sorry about my dogs, literally. Like, I hope it's not as loud for you guys as it is for me. Usually they stop barking by now, but you know, I'm not perfect, okay? My dog's not perfect. Maybe now he'll be quiet because I heard the garage door. But anyway, I would go on a vacation if I had 2 weeks to do whatever I want, and I'd bring my family and some friends, and I would just have a great fun time. And that's what I would do if I had 2 weeks to do anything, and I would just be calm. I would probably honestly, ideally love to like turn my phone off or something and not have to worry about anything, anyone. I would just be in peace. I'd bring a book on vacation, and I would just have a chill, peaceful 2 weeks without worrying about any responsibilities. Next one, what would I do if I was given the chance to go to space? Point blank, period, I'm not going. That is so terrifying. Are you kidding? Going up to space? I don't know what the hell is up there. Like, I'm not dealing with the no gravity. I'm not dealing with having to eat that nasty ass space food. I'm not dealing if something goes wrong with the rocket ship or any of that stuff. No, no, no. I'm good where I'm at. I'm good on Earth. If I could go to space, I'm not taking that chance. Next one. What would I do if I could have any wish granted? Well, I'm obviously going to wish for more wishes, because it says any wish granted. So that is my wish, to have multiple wishes. But if it's like the genie rules and you can't wish for more wishes, I'm wishing for world peace. And I know that's such a cheesy answer, but like that's genuinely what I want more than anything, because like, I hate just hearing all the bad stuff in the news, like every day, like something's going wrong, which I don't even watch the news because it does give me really bad anxiety. But like, I'm wishing for no crime. That's what I'm wishing for. Just everyone loves each other and is happy and the world's peaceful. That would be my wish. But the less like nice meaning, I am wishing for more wishes, so then I can wish for world peace and wish for things for myself. So that would be my one wish granted. Next, what would I do if I could only eat one food for the rest of my life? And this one, I really don't know. I might, I used to be a really I loved salty foods, didn't really like sweets. Recently, I've been really, really, really on a sweet kick, and I don't know why. Like, I love sweets. Not really sure if I could have one food for the rest of my life. The first thing that came to my mind was like tacos. I really love Mexican food. But I just know that, and I feel like they're actually not that unhealthy because there's like lettuce, tomato, onion, all those things on there. So maybe I would do tacos. But then the other thing that came into my mind was chocolate covered fruit, because I love any fruit with chocolate. I love chocolate covered strawberries, chocolate covered bananas. I recently bought like the True Fruit chocolate covered raspberries. Oh my God, so good. I also have made chocolate covered pomegranate seeds, which those are also like so good. I absolutely love pomegranate. So those are the two things I'm thinking of recently. I'm leaning more towards the chocolate covered fruit because I've been more into sweets, but I know that's not really sustainable to eat that food for the rest of my life. But I'm not doing that. I'm so glad that I don't have to. Like, I'm so glad that's like a hypothetical question. If I had to eat one food for the rest of my life, like, ew, that's disgusting. I would literally get so sick of it. Ooh, you know what my answer would be? Sandwiches. And I'm not I'm not specifying one sandwich, because then I can eat any kind of sandwich. I can switch it up. I can eat a turkey sandwich, a ham sandwich. I can eat like a meatball sub, which, ew, actually that sounds disgusting. I've never even had a meatball sub, But like if I wanted to switch it up, I could, or like I could do a little sweet sandwich, like PB&J, or I used to do like peanut butter and banana or Nutella and banana. So I'll do sandwiches if I could only eat one food for the rest of my life. Next one is, what would I do if I could win a lifetime supply of one product? So the product I would choose to have a lifetime supply of, okay, I would probably wish to have a lifetime supply of maybe like a clothing brand, like maybe just like any type of, maybe like American Eagle or something. I'd have like unlimited supply of their clothes, but that's actually such a bad answer. I'm changing it. Maybe like perfume, but does it have to be a specific perfume? Maybe like Sol de Janeiro products. All these people, the True Fruit, Sol de Janeiro, y'all better sponsor me, even though, ew, that's so cringe. Like, why am I saying sponsor me when I literally have like, okay, they're not going to see this and they're not going to sponsor me, but who knows? Maybe one day, gotta manifest. So actually sponsor me. True Fruit, Sol de Janeiro, sponsor me. But maybe that would be my unlimited, because I use their body wash, the Bum Bum cream, and the perfume. So I would like use random Bath and Body Works perfumes my whole life, but I'm trying to like find my like signature scent and like stick to it. So maybe that. I don't know. It's really hard. Like there's so many things that I use that I'm like, what would I want a lifetime supply of? But probably that. Next, what would I do if I received a text saying, come find me, you know who? I would be so fucking confused, because no, the fuck I don't know who. Like, who? Come find me, you know who? Who the fuck is gonna want me to come find them? Like, I wrote that one down because I was like, what the hell would I do if I received that text? I would not come find anybody. I would not come and find anyone. I'll sit my happy ass on my couch. I'd probably literally swipe, press delete, and report junk, because I am not dealing with that. Come find me, you know who? I'm not finding anyone. Number two, I don't fucking know who. Like, who wants me to look for them? And what kind of spooky, weird, scary movie, come and find me type shit is that? Like, I'm not coming to find you. I'm sitting my happy ass on my couch in my bed, and I'm deleting that text message. So I just thought that was so funny, because like I just looked up some like what would you do scenarios, and it said that what would you do if you received a text saying, come find me, you know who? Like, I'm not doing anything. I'm not coming to find you. Whoever texts me that, you can come find me. Actually, please don't, because whoever texts that shit would be a fucking weird, creepy person. So don't come and find me. I won't come and find you. We can go on our merry way separately. Next one. What would I do if I could become pro at one skill? If I could become a professional at one thing, I think I would want to be really good at, I want to like cool hobby. So maybe something like that, maybe like pottery, or something to do with some kind of art form. I think I'd want to become professional. What is the pottery artist? Like, what is the term for that? I don't know. Or like a painter, or like really good at drawing. I love stained glass. I'm obsessed with glass things. So maybe I could become a professional stained glass art person. I don't know. I feel like I would want to be a professional at a lot of things, but I guess if I had to choose one skill, it would probably be pottery, just because I think that'd be so cool, and that would be really good. Ooh, you know what it would be? Sewing. I would love to become a professional at sewing. I have a neighbor that she's this older woman, and I sew with her often. I actually really want to sew with her soon, because I haven't seen her in like months, but she's teaching me how to sew and make quilts and stuff, and I'm not that good, but she's insanely talented. She's made the coolest things. And sewing is just a good skill to know also, because like you can, if you have like a hole in your clothes, you can fix it. Also, like, I want kids one day, so if I could like make them clothes, or like you can even like, if I know how to sew professionally, I could sew my own like quilts for my own like bed. Like I could make my own comforters, make everything, and that's like a good gift to give people too, like making them things. So it would either be sewing or pottery, but I think I would be a professional at sewing because it's something I also like find very relaxing. What would I do if I could guarantee my kids would not make a particular mistake? Okay, so yeah, what mistake would I choose to have my kids? Like, I could be like, okay, my kids will not make this one mistake. I would probably choose being a like pushover / people pleaser, because oh my god, I wish I fucking skipped that stage. Like, I feel like that was like the most miserable I was ever in my life, when I just would let people walk all over me and I did whatever other people wanted just to make them happy while neglecting myself. So that's the one mistake I hope my kids don't make. I hope my kids are just confident with themselves and don't let people tell them what to do and walk all over them, because that was like the most miserable I was in my life. So if my kids could not make one mistake, I would love for them not to be people pleasers, because that will skip them a whole lot of upsetness and stress in their growing up years. Next, what would I do if I was able to donate $1 million to one charity? Obviously, there's so many I would want to do. Like my favorite animal, actually, I'm going to not say my favorite animal yet because it goes along with another question I have down the line. But there's like animal charities I'd want to donate to. There's also like childhood cancer. There's literally, or like one that like plants a bunch of trees. I would love to do that. But I think ultimately, if I could only do to one charity, I would do the Alzheimer's Association, because I feel like, well, one, I told you guys earlier that my grandma has or had Alzheimer's. She passed away. And that disease is just so terrible. Like, seeing someone go through that and seeing people like just losing their whole personality, losing all their memories, like, it's such a terrible thing to watch. And there is no cure yet. I know the Alzheimer's Association is working on it. I used to do this thing with my family. It was like Walk to End Alzheimer's, and it was like a 5K and you could donate and everything. We used to do that all the time. And so I would definitely donate to the Alzheimer's Association, because that is like one of the worst things to see somebody go through. And I would love for them to find a cure for that. So that would be the one charity I would donate $1 million to if I had the money. Next, what would I do if I had the chance to be pain-free for the rest of my life? I don't think I would take that chance. I think I would say I'm good. Like, one, it didn't specify if it was physical pain or emotional pain, because I don't want to just never feel emotional pain again. Like, I feel like that's a part of life, going through the ups and downs, and physical too, like getting like tattoos or like piercings or like falling down. Like, maybe if it was like never get seriously injured for the rest of your life, I would 100% say yes. But never feeling any type of pain at all, I feel like I wouldn't take that chance. I feel like I'm good. I'm good living how I'm living. And a little pain, I feel like that's what builds character. You know, a little emotional, physical pain. Like if you break a bone, which I've never broken a bone. Let me knock on some wood, but never broken a bone, never. So I feel like I would not take the chance to live with no pain ever, because I feel like you need a little bit of something in your life to shape you into who you are. What would I do if I had to be trapped in a TV show for a month? Oh my God, I'm choosing Adventure Time. If I had to be trapped in a show, I would actually wish I could stay there longer for a month. I don't even care if cartoons don't count. I would love to be trapped in Adventure Time and that, as you guys already know, is from Adventure Time. And oh my gosh, just like the land of Oon. There's so many kingdoms. There's the Ice Kingdom, the Candy Kingdom, the Fire Kingdom, and like Finn. I want to go in the treehouse. The main characters of the show, Finn and Jake, live in a treehouse, and I actually am gonna get it tattooed on me one day. I would love to go in the treehouse. I'd love to be Finn and Jake's friend. I'd love to be, and I didn't write this part down, but after that it said if you could be in a TV show for a month, and what character would you be? I would want to be a character called Marceline. She's just so cool. She plays a guitar. She's a vampire. I would love to be her, but I also would love if I could just be myself in Adventure Time, because I would love to also be friends with Marceline and be friends with, I would just love to be in Adventure Time. Like that show. Oh, if I could be trapped in one show, you already know I'm picking my favorite show. So next question, what would I do if I could be a professional athlete at one sport? The sport I played most throughout my life is volleyball. I played volleyball from 4th grade to sophomore year of high school, and I actually truly miss playing. It's a very fun sport, and I kind of want to play even just like on like a beach volleyball team or like a random like league. I feel like that would be really fun, or even just playing randomly with friends in the summer. Like I kind of want to ask my friends to do that this summer because I miss playing a lot, but I already got to play that throughout my life and I still could play. So that's not the answer I'm going to choose. I'm going to go the unpredictable route. And if I could be a professional athlete at one sport, I would choose cheerleading. And fuck all of you who say cheer isn't a sport. Yes, it is. You try lifting people up, throwing them around, flipping around. Like you try doing that. The conditioning too. I have plenty of cheerleader friends, and I also really, really wanted to be a cheerleader my whole life because like it just is so fun. Like I love watching cheer also, like going to cheer competitions and watching people stunt and flip. Like it's so entertaining. And I feel like cheerleaders also are in such good shape, being able to throw people around, do flips and do all that stuff. So if I could be a professional athlete, I would be a professional cheerleader because, and it's just so cute. Like the uniforms are so like girly and cute and sparkly, and they have their makeup and their hair up. Like, oh, cheerleading is just so girly and fun. So I'd be a professional cheerleader if I could. Next, what would I do if I encountered a ghost? I don't know. I feel like it depends on the vibe. If I'm in like a spooky area and I'm feeling like ghost vibes, I'd be like, don't mess with me, because I actually saw this like medium girl talking about that. She's like, the ghosts are in our realm. So if you literally tell them like, get away, like don't touch me, you can't hurt me, then they literally have to listen because they're in our realm. So I'd probably just be like, stop trying to scare me. You don't scare me, even though I'd be scared, but I would say that just so I could get them like away from me. But if I was feeling like good energy from the ghost, I'd probably talk to it, and I'd probably think that it's like one of my relatives that have passed, or like someone I know. Like I have a couple friends in heaven, or I don't know really what I believe, but a couple friends that have passed, and my grandma and some my great aunt, some cousins. So I would probably think it's one of them if it was like a good ghost, and I'd try and talk to them, honestly, either way, even if it was like a scary ghost, I'd just be like, you don't scare me, you can't hurt me. But I'd try and like ask it questions and figure out stuff about it, because I really do believe in ghosts. I know some people don't believe in that stuff, but I mean, come on, like I think once people pass on, their spirits can still contact us. And I know it's been like proven, especially if you watch like Sam and Colby on YouTube, like, and there's like a bunch of tests like with like EMF, I think it's what it's called, readers, and like different like lights and things. Like unless those things are all fake, and like there's people who literally like, oh, my hair is stuck on my earring. There's people who literally like ghost hunt for like a job. So it's like there has to be ghosts. Anyway, that's what I'd do. I'd probably try, if I encountered a ghost, I would try and talk to it, try and ask it questions, and hopefully it would answer me. What would I do if time machines existed? First thought immediately, I would go back in time to when my mom was like young, like in her 20s, and like her prime, like having fun era. Like I would just love to watch that. I would love to see my mom when she was younger, just in her prime, in her thriving Queen era. I'd also love to go even further back and see what my grandpa was like as a kid and like in high school. Like I'm obsessed with old things. Like I love antique shopping. I love like stained glass. I love like diners, like old little diners. I love the old aesthetic, like oh so much. I really want an old car. I love like everything vintage, everything antique, everything like so cool. So I'd love to go back in time to when my grandpa was young too, and I would like see, because there was no phones, no anything. Like I would love to go back to that time period and see what life was like back then, because I know it was probably way more peaceful and less stressful than everything is now with our phones like right at our fingertips constantly. So that's what I would do. If I also wish though I could go back and see when I was a baby, but I don't think that works because I feel like I would still be me, right? Like if I went through a time machine as me, like I couldn't see me as a baby. If I could, I would love to do that. And like if I could like hold myself like as baby me, oh my god, I would love that. I was the cutest little chunky baby. So that's what I would want to do. But if I can't do that because I'm me and I'd still be me, then I'd go back to when my mom and my grandpa were young, because I would love to see how life was and see them like just young and happy with so much life, which they still have life in them, but like, you know what I mean? Just like not a care in the world, just being young. So what would I do if I could become a specific dog breed? I don't know. I really want a Great Dane, but I know that big dogs don't really live as long, but I think big dogs are cuter. So I think I'd become, I don't know if I'd want to become a Great Dane. I feel like I would become like a lab or something, like a chocolate lab, or maybe like a greyhound. I also really want a greyhound. They're like long and skinny. Or maybe like one of those big fluffy ones, like a Saint Bernard, or like a what the hell are the names of them? Saint Bernard, or a Bernese Mountain Dog, like something like that. I love the big fluffy drooly slobbery ones. They're so cute, and I feel like that I relate to that. So okay, I don't slobber, but like just like the vibe of them, like they're just so like fluffy and like lazy and cute and big. So I would be one of those if I could be a specific dog breed. I only have a couple more left. Next one, what would I do if I could only wear one piece of clothing for the rest of my life? I am choosing pajama pants. Like the comfy, you know what I'm talking about. The comfy pants, they have the tie. You could tie them, wear them however you want. That is what I'm choosing, because you could choose any pattern. If I even wanted, oh, well, wait. So I think I'm just butt naked the rest, right? Like I have the pants on and then I can't wear anything else. Because maybe if that's the case, I'd wear like dresses, because then I'd be covered. But I'm not doing that. I'm dressing for comfort, people. Y'all are just going to have to see my boobs hanging all out, because I'm choosing pajama pants. There's endless options. I have so many. I have ones that another one of my friends got me for Christmas. They're Adventure Time ones, because you know it's my favorite show. I have ones that have icy like slushies on them. I have ones that are Christmas and have different patterns on them. I have plain red ones. I have Hello Kitty ones. Like they're so cute and you could change them up and they're so comfortable. So if I could wear one piece of clothing for the rest of my life, it would be pajama pants. Next one. If I could give wings to any animal species, what would I do? I don't know. I feel like there's some animals that would be just so terrifying if they could fly. Like imagine if gorillas could fly. Oh, baby, no. That is so scary. I don't know. Maybe like a little frog or something, like a cute little flying frog. I think frogs are pretty harmless. That'd be cute. What else? What animals do I want to fly? I don't know, but all I know is I don't have a drink. Usually I have a drink next to me, my water, coffee, something. And my throat is so dry, but it's okay. My immediate thought was frogs. I would love to see little flying froggies because I think that'd be the safest option. Frogs are pretty small too. I don't think a big animal should have wings. I think that would be terrifying. It would be giving pterodactyl. It'd be giving run for your lives. So I'm doing frog. Next, if I was able to have any wild animal as a pet, what would I do? And this goes back to what I didn't answer before when I was talking about my favorite animal. I would hands down have an elephant. Elephants are my favorite animal. You can actually see right here, I have this white one behind me, and I have a bunch of elephants in my room. If you guys saw my bedroom, I literally have a bunch of elephants lined up. I absolutely love elephants. They're they symbolize strength. They're so loving. They're so cute. My friend, also the same friend that got me this sign, got me a bracelet that connects to an app that tracks real life animals, which she got me an elephant one, which is so cute. I love it so much. And literally it tracks their location, but because of poaching, they have the location like backed up. So like I can't see up to date because they want to protect them from poachers, which like if you kill like animals like that, you're actually gross. Like that's so disgusting and weird. Like you don't have to do that. There's no reason for that. So I'm glad that they're protecting the elephants because I literally love them so much. If elephants ever like became extinct, I think I would lose my will to live. Okay, that's dramatic, but like, oh, I love them so much. They're the purest things. I would love to have a little elephant. Like, just imagine me with my big little elephant. Oh my gosh. So yes, I would definitely have if I could have a wild animal as a pet, for sure, no other option, it would be an elephant for me. Last two, just like what would I do if I was stuck in a TV show? What would I do if I was, what would I do if I was sucked into a video game? I'm choosing, I bet y'all already know based on other episodes I filmed, I am choosing Mario, hands down. I love Mario so much. Also, same with like the Adventure Time characters. I'd love to know the fucking Mario characters, like personalities, even though they're video game characters. Like they don't really have many personalities, but like talking to Bowser, I'd be like, baby, it's okay. You don't got to be so angry. Or just at all of them. I love Daisy. Usually whenever I play some Mario games, I always play as Princess Daisy. So yeah, if I had to choose a video game to be sucked into, I would pick Mario. And also there's so many varieties. Like I also saw the Mario movie and it had like pieces from like every single game, like Mario Kart, Mario Bros. So I feel like there's a lot of things I could do if I got sucked into the Mario world. I would never be bored. I could ride around in my little Mario, like my cart, my car. I could do some obstacle courses. I could fight some bad guys. So, I would choose Mario. And the last one that I have for this episode is, what would I do if I could have any job I wanted? And I put this one for last because I would love to be a full-time podcaster. I would also love to maybe be like a business owner. I think that would be very cool. Have my own brand. I would love to own like a little small shop where I sold like holistic things like crystals or like natural medicine type things. I also would maybe want it to be like a coffee shop too, because I drink coffee every single day. You guys know that. So maybe like a little coffee / holistic shop would be awesome. But my dream job would be to do this because I love podcasting. I love watching podcasts, and I love like that I just get to talk to you guys and like connect with the viewers. And I know as my podcast grows, I'll connect with you guys more and more, and I'm super excited for that. So if I could have any job I wanted, it would be this. And thank you for watching this episode. That was my what would I do if blank. I hope you guys agree with some of my opinions. I hope you guys thought these questions were interesting. And this episode, the piece of advice I have for the end, isn't related to the episode because this episode was kind of just silly and didn't really have any deep, meaningful like purpose to it. But the advice I have is, which I'm going to turn it deep because that's just me. And I'll put it up on the screen. And it says, you will end up where you need to be with who you're meant to be and doing what you should be doing. So keep going. And that kind of goes to the last one I just answered. Like, if I could have any job I wanted, or what would I do if money didn't matter, or all that stuff, like, or if I could become professional at one skill, what would it be? Like, you will just don't worry about too much. Don't worry about money. Don't worry about anything. Obviously worry about some things, but like, if you're stressed about like, oh, I'm so behind in life, or oh, I don't know what to do, or oh, I really hope this happens for me. I just feel like for me, and this is true for you guys as well, the universe is always on your side if you talk to it, pray to it, ask it things. If you always have good intentions, like, what you put out there comes back. I've said that also in another episode. So if you just always have good intentions and put out into the universe what you want, it is a cycle. It will come back to you. So if you're feeling stuck or behind, just know that everyone has different paths and different things, and everything happens for people at different times. So do not worry. You'll end up where you need to be with who you need to be with and doing exactly what you should be doing. So even if you don't feel like that right now, just keep going, keep pushing through, and everything that you want will come true for you. Like, oh, I know what I wanted to tie it into. Like, what would you do if blank? The world literally has endless possibilities. You shouldn't say if this, like, you could do anything. You don't have to, what would you do if this? Like, just do what you want to do now. It doesn't have to, you don't have to wait. What would I do if this? I mean, obviously some of these things, like, you can't be trapped into a video game, but like some of them, like, what would you do if you could have any job you want? You can have any job you want. Like, you just have to put in the work and time and effort into all of those things, and eventually the things will happen for you. So thank you so much again for watching this episode and listening to what I would do in different scenarios. Please like the like button down below, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button, and turn your post notifications on my Instagram story. My Instagram link will be in the description. I'm going to post, I've been posting it all week, but I'm going to post when this episode comes out as well, so you guys can see it, a link to a Google form. And the next episode is going to be me giving you guys relationship advice based on what you guys comment. So if you want to be featured, the responses are anonymous though, so no one's going to, like, you're not going to get exposed or anything. But if you want to be featured in my next episode about relationship advice, go to my Instagram. Like I said, the link is in the description. Click the link on my Instagram story and fill out the Google form. And then the next episode that comes out after this will be me giving you guys my relationship advice. So thank you again so much. I know I've said that a billion times, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.